Anyone else have anything interesting, different, exciting to report or share? Okay, we're live on YouTube now. Everybody went silent when we went to YouTube. No one wants to be on there forever, huh?
It's a little intimidating.
It is. Thank you for stepping up, Denise, and breaking the silence.
I don't remember if I said, but Wednesdays at 9 after Geshe finishes, Dr. Rick Hansen does meditations free that you can join to, the author of Buddha's Brain.
Oh.
One of the books that we sell at the bookstore, and other books, Resilient, Just One Thing newsletter he has. He's amazing. The meditations they're Buddhist, but they're also very approachable, secular. So
do you have a link that you could enter into chat, or is that asking too much?
I think I could do that.
All right.
I'll try to do that. Yeah, he sends out an email every Wednesday with the current link, and I will copy it and put it in there.
Okay, great.
Is there a book that is recommended for this class specifically?
No, Geshe is teaching just different Lamrim topics, so he's
Okay.
not
Okay.
a book. Yeah.
Not like going through together like a text or something. Okay, great. Thank you.
Oh, I can use this time to let you all know that remind everybody that Monday is His Holiness's birthday, and we are going to have some prayers online Monday night. There isn't a Discovering Buddhism module going on right now, so we'll celebrate Monday evening at 7 o'clock with log life prayers and some Mani mantras. So come and join us. Thanks for that posting, Denise. Did anybody watch the movie of His Holiness over the weekend? That was pretty wonderful.
It was really fantastic.
I watched it twice. I was so excited.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'm waiting for it to come out on DVD so I can have it and keep it and watch it again.
Yeah, me too. The
It's-
ending was so touching.
Yeah. Yeah, the second time I captured a couple of screenshots from that meditation session because that was so beautiful. I felt like there were some moments with him that felt a little more intimate than anything I've ever seen before. It was really, really wonderfully done.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
What about the shots from Bodh Gaya going to the stupa? And
Yeah.
Yes.
And the times when he laughed, when he was laughing and playing, I'd never seen anything like that. And so wonderful to see him joyful, especially in his younger years playing with other monks.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love seeing video of his mother. She just seemed, she had presence,
did his father die when he was young or something?
I don't know.
You don't see him in India. Well, maybe I just missed it.
I don't think he mentioned his father at all during
Hardly.
that time. So, I mean, I'm not sure. He didn't say either way what happened to him because I was listening for it because he mentioned his mother a few times.
Mm-hmm.
If you read Freedom in Exile, he writes a little bit about his father who died when he was not an adult, but relatively young. They did one of the air burials for him that Geshe talked about.
Oh, don't tell David that. David, plug your ears.
Well, you
I'm
don't like
not flying you to India.
He wants a sky
On
burial.
top of the Kadampa Center. See if we can get,
He wants the roof of the Kadampa Center.
we can get Kerry to, change the zoning laws a little bit, allow that.
Well, there's some turkey cultures hanging out in that neighborhood, so I think, no problem.
Organize a flock.
Nobody'd notice.
We'll organize
Somebody
a flock
being
of
eaten by vultures.
flock of pigeons.
Hi, David.
It is pretty remarkable though. Air burial. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess it's kind of like being buried at sea, it's the same kind of concept probably. That's allowed.
It's a once in a lifetime chance. You're dead.
Oh,
Once after a lifetime chance.
final gift of generosity, right?
Could we do that virtually, David?
Maybe the thing that Tom was talking about, there's something that we can, become vulture avatars or something. I don't know.
I see. I'm seeing it.
Don't see it.
I think we're all set up with everything we need. With Dr. Robbie on board, he would certify that David doesn't have long to live and, is expected to die peacefully at home. So then that's what would happen one way or the other. Then Karen would arrange to bring the body to wherever.
Yeah, but someone would have to schlep me up there.
Yeah, we'll just put you up on we'll just put a bed up on the roof, David.
Yeah.
You can just stay there.
Yeah.
Fly yourself over when you've got a week to live.
Yeah. There you go.
Imagine the people going by on the train.
They can't see it.
I was thinking,
Okay.
it's a flat roof.
Yeah, there's too many trees between the track and the roof.
Yeah, I think we could just pull it off. No, we wouldn't even have to get permission.
And I don't think so. Nobody can see the roof from anywhere.
Geshe is here.
Yeah. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Geshe.
Good to see you again.
Geshe.
Hello.
Hello, Geshe.
Oh, hello, Dhamasi, Alhamdulillah, Venerable Alhamdulillah, David, Mr. Tom, Alicia Walker.
Thank you.
So Karen, Denise, Jill Marie. Patrick, Joanna, Tashidele, Julie, Louis, Tashidele, Pandit Ji, Pati. Pandit Ji, bring all the Lamrim realization back to Kadamba Center. All Tashidele. Neely, hello, Tashidele. How are you, my friend? Katina, Susie, Elise, David. Sean, Kim, Mary Richardson, Sandra and Alex, enlightened or not? Good to see you. Oh, thank you for nice flower. Thank you. Sean, now you must be enlightened a few years ago.
No. No, not yet.
So how's your work? Because you're a nurse, you're doing work in the hospital?
Yeah, it's difficult. I work in trauma, so we don't know if people are sick or not, and we have to treat them like they have COVID. Until we know. And then if they do, then we send them to there's another unit designated where we would send them, but we have to be very careful.
Situation is getting better or getting worse?
Unfortunately, it's getting worse right now.
Oh.
We're seeing a lot.
Yeah.
But it is Samsara.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So thank you for your saving life. So risking your own life, saving your life. So then, Sean, it's very important before you go to work. So it's very important to set up positive motivation. Then your work become, like mind of practice.
Thank you, Geshe.
So then, Alhamdulillah, so should we start with the regular Wednesday night prayer? So then please think about, all the people. So as I always said at every class, Wednesday night, Sunday, so to send our thoughts and our prayers, the people who's already been lost their life because of this, the recent virus problems. People who are sick now, who are very sick now, so, and people who are very anxious and fear, uncertainty, going through anxiety, all kind of, problem, uncertainty. So we all remember all of these people, the people who are saving the lives, the doctor and nurse who are risking their own lives. So then plus there's all kind of other kind of complications get, like rising for different reasons. So everything seems like everything's happening at the same time. So need lots and lots of prayer for everybody. So, and of course, if we meet Wednesday night, we meet together. So we think about all of that. Okay, all of that is as soon as possible. All the individual problems, problem of the group problems. So then like. Spreading the virus, there's kind of group problem, there's all kind of problems, agreement, disagreement, like all kind of problems. So of course, it's all happening based on reasons, there's blaming games is not going to solve the problem. So we just pray, okay, pray. Okay. So then Alhamdulillah will lead the prayer.
Let's start with the 7-limb prayer.
Oh, yeah, very good.
Now the short mandala offering. Saji perki jushing metal tamri again pari sangye jindu mi te draw Nam dag shim la par chok jetsun la dam pa kenam ki kala can say changing guitar something do jedzima ta shop get turkey charpa to so Guru Ratamadalakam Niryatayami.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Very good. So refuge and bodhicitta prayers. Why we recite this before every class? So basically to setting up our positive motivations for this class. For this class, okay. Setting up positive motivations. from for this class. So whether you say the prayer or not is not that important, but what is important is to setting up positive motivations for this class. So, the best motivation is like to think about the well-being of every living beings, well-being of every living beings. Well-being. Can you hear? Yeah, well-being of every living being. So every living beings, positive motivation. Okay, so that's why, for the sake of knowledge, for you to understand, don't just think, oh, this is just part of tradition. Of course, this is part of tradition, but there's reason why we said that, because so this like why we say 3 times. Make sure first time when we say maybe we are thinking about something else. Second time we are saying maybe thinking of something else. Maybe third time, so we may pay attention a little bit what we are saying. So that's the reason you say 3 times. No, if you say it like 1 time with the full mindfulness, you don't need to say 3 times. Just 1 time is enough. Or if you can just think, you don't need to even say a word. If you can just think, you don't need to say a word. But eventually it's that you don't need word, so you don't need word. So at the beginning, so you need to rely on word because to learn something, eventually if you got all the idea here, no need to say even a word, just sort of motivations. So just for the sake of knowledge, so so the main thing is to setting a positive motivation. Okay, so that's here, of course, bodhicitta. Sanje chodan soje chodan chanchu dagi chushin jeme suman sanje chodan soje chanchu pardon dagi chushin jeme suman Dala pinjo sanjin sanjin chodon chanjo pardon dale dage chushe Dala pinjo sanjin Oh, thank you very much. So, yes. You are wishing to become fully enlightened just to benefit, that's all, just to benefit who? Each and every beings. No being is excluded. Every being was included, regardless whether they practice Buddhism, they consider themselves as a Buddhism or not, doesn't matter. So your future enlightenment, your own future enlightenment, totally dedicated to each and every living beings. No beings is excluded. Very important. No? So that's why you have to become enlightened. You have to become enlightened just to benefit each and every sentient beings. So that's the best form of motivation. So today, I just want you to meditate a little bit, okay? I just want you to meditate a little bit. So I'm going to lead Tonglen meditations. Tonglen meditations. Tong scent. Most of you know Tong means scent. Len, of course, take. Or you could say take or approach or deal with, approach, take in, approach, handle, deal. I think pretty much same thing. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so like, because of the it's not like that. Oh, now something happened in the heaven, so there's some kind of problem between God and demigods. Your life doesn't get influenced by that, even though they are like fighting for something like demigod, God, they are fighting for something, but your life does not get influenced because you are not close to that environment. So now so many things happening environment that where we live in. So when you read news, when you so there's so much 21st century, there's so many ways that there's so many ways that you get information. You don't necessarily go to somewhere to get information. You can get all information by sitting in your desk, not on your desk. So you're like sitting in your chair, not on your chair in office or like in my case, in my bedroom. So sitting, so you can get all kinds of information right away. So then lately there's not much good information that we get. All the information we get is kind of like heartbreaking. Like then kind of like it's not really soothing our minds. It's like opposite. So much happening. Oh yeah, people losing their livelihood. Then so all kind of problems you can imagine. All kind of problems people are experiencing. A group level, individual level, country level, all kinds of things. So it's someone who's very much inspired by idea of bodhicitta. Someone who's very much inspired by idea of bodhicitta and working for others and reaching fully enlightenment for others, others. So then Tonglen practice makes sense. Do Tonglen practice make sense? Tonglen practice. So what we do, so like out of love, you send. Just visualize, just imagine. Imagine that sending all the positive things out of love, all the positive things out of love could be best form of generosity practice. There's 3 times merit, 3 times positive energy, 3 times merit that you created. You can visualize and transform in this 3 times merit whatever the beings need. Somebody needs water, become the water. Somebody needs clothes, become clothes. Somebody needs some company, become company. Somebody needs food, become food. So giving without attachment, giving without sending without attachment. And it gives you immense peace. It gives immense peace in your mind. Okay. So sending or giving or sending out of love, then taking in out of compassion means dealing with your own concern, on your own fear, uncertainties, rather than dealing with that, approaching that with negative mindset, zero benefit. If you approach that with the compassion, out of compassion, so then at least your mind gets calmer and peaceful. Okay, so that's the benefit. Take in doesn't mean just take in, or maybe like how to approach, how to deal with your own problem with out of compassion. Show some compassion, then deal with whatever the problem might be. So then, according to Shanti Deva, what Shanti Deva said in the Guide to Peaceful Way of Life, if there's something you can do, should not worry, then you should go ahead and do. If there's nothing can be done, then worrying doesn't help. Then why you worry? Doesn't make sense. Yeah, practically it doesn't make sense. If there's something you can do, why you worry about tea? Some tea is something you can make. You just go ahead and make good tea and drink. Don't worry. So if you don't know how to make tea, if there's no way to make tea, why you worry? There's no way to make tea. Doesn't matter what you do, you can make tea. So like that, if there's something you can do, you just do. If there's nothing you can do, why you worry? So now there's very little we can do about virus that happening based on causes and conditions. All these problems happening based on causes and conditions. It's not like 100 different peoples has 100 different interests, 100 different ideas, 100 different opinions. So one person cannot solve. Practically, one person cannot solve. It's like, it's practically, it's hard. It's hard. So the Tonglen practice is the best solution. Okay, so individual level, when you approach problems, the anxiety, fear, of uncertainty, anxiety. So we did talk about that quite a bit last Sunday. The problem all started clinking on this life, which is around 100 years, the most, 100 years. So that means the very life that you're clinging so tightly is mortal. It's not immortal, it's mortal. Don't treat it like it's mortal. There's a mistake. Don't think it's like mortal. Don't treat it like mortal, like the immortal. Sorry, immortal. There's a mistake. Treat it like mortal. So ask yourself questions. Do you have any clue how long you're going to be here on this planet? Do you have any clue? We don't have clue, but you have ideas. You have ideas like that you are going to be here forever. That's very mistaken. That's a mistaken idea. So that idea brings so much complications. Living life day by day, treating that every day is the last day, treating every day is the last day, kind of shapes your whole mindset, kind of shapes your mindset. Focus will be shifted. Focus will be shifted. Focus will be here now, not in the past, not in the future. It will be now, right here. Present moment. This is the most critical. The focus will be here, like this today. Very important. Today is the most important. Tomorrow, there's no clear clue whether you'll be there or not. No clear clue. So living life day by day, day by day. So that's why this all Wednesday night class is about building, developing concentrations. So anyway, yeah, giving, sending out of love. So you are very familiar with this term, 3 times merit that you created by past, creating today, going to create in the future, 3 times merit, transform that into whatever the being are desperate for. You can transform that. So then send that out of love without attachments. So then take in your own problem, difficulties out of compassions. That means deal with, mainly like take in, or you can take in on like ego, self-cherishing mind. Or another way to say is like to deal with one's own problem. The best way to deal with one's own problem is compassionate way. That's the best way to deal. So you can think about 2 different things. There's no leverage, okay? So just meditate, please just meditate maybe this. I will chant, so then just meditate. Combine with the breathing. Exhale out of love, send all the love. All the beings that are going through so much difficulties. Send love, breathe, exhale. Inhale, one's own inhale, deals one's own problems out of compassions. That deals with the problem with others, out of compassions. Like that, okay. One more time, please continuously visualize, breathe out of love, inhale out of compassion, exhale out of love. So then think of all the people who are going through so much problems. Oh yeah, so that's called Tonglen meditation. So giving out of love and taking out of compassion. Okay. or then you can combine that with the breathing meditations. Why? Did I make you sleepy? Oh, so now what I've been teaching last few Wednesday is about is Chugula there? But Chugula is not here.
Shakula's not feeling well tonight.
Oh, sorry to hear that. So anyway, so how's the weather? Hot? Sorry, there's no snow. There's not snow left to send over there. So only has few now, maybe no snow. So almost gone. Last 2 days we don't have snow. So I think last Sunday I did send some snow when I'm teaching class. It's snowing quite hard. So now snow is gone. All the happiness depends on snow is gone. Not just snow. All the happiness depends on snow is gone. There's another problem. Happiness depends on material things. Long as the material is there, it will be there, but there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. But material has to be there in order. So, oh yeah. So, oh, sorry. So they're like, somebody's helping me here. Oh, yeah. So last few Wednesdays, so what we are talking is like, so come abiding meditations. Oh. And technique that explained by Maitreya Buddha in one of his texts. Samula, name of the text?
It's the ornament of Mahayana discourse.
Okay, that's the text. Maitreya Buddha composed 5 texts. One of the texts called Ornament of Mahayana Discourse. In that text, Maitreya Buddha explained how to develop highest level of concentrations, which brings lightness in the physical body and calmness in the mind. See, lightness makes sense. Lightness in the physical body. That means physically feel very light. Mentally feel very calm all the time, even in the dream. So now talks about kind of like the review. What are the challenges that you face in order to develop your concentration, in order to focus, in order to single pointedly focus on one single object? What kind of problem that you may face to reach the highest level of concentrations? Or there will be challenge. First one is laziness. Make sense? Laziness. Don't want to do, so like, don't like, should I do or should I not do? Like, should I sit on the meditation cushion or should I not sit on the meditation cushions, and how long I should sit, all kind of, before we sit on the cushion, there's all kind of questions rise. Should I do now or maybe tomorrow or maybe later this afternoon? Like that. And the question of why there's no will Why there's no excitement? Why there's no will? Because not seeing the benefit, not seeing the benefit. What is the benefit? What is the benefit if you can place all your mental attention on one single object? What's the benefit? Of course, there's no experience because it never happens. There's no experience. It never happens. You never place your all attention to one single object. 5 minutes, it never happened. Never did before. There's no experience. There's no experience of just thinking one thing, always thinking so many things. We don't have any experience just thinking one thing, because we have a lot of experience thinking so many things, but we have never experienced, we never had experience thinking about just one thing. We have never experienced. So therefore, we can't tell how they feel. Do we have some ideas? Yeah, we have some ideas of how that will be if you can just think one thing. It sounds wonderful, isn't it? Isn't it sounds wonderful? Are we tired of like bombardment of thought? So the first, not seeing the benefit of single point meditation, not seeing the benefit. Therefore, there's no interest because you don't see benefit. There's no interest. Where there's no interest, there'll be no effort. There's no effort, there'll be no result. That's how one thing leads to another thing. So now, from now on, now we kind of understood by studying the Medjaya Buddha text why we are not excited. Another way to say is why we are lazy, why we are not excited about karma abiding meditation, single point meditations. Because first, in order to get excited about something, you have to see the benefit. Why there's no excitement about eating kale? Think about that. Why? Think about that. Why there's no excitement about eating kale? I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about myself. Why don't Geshe Gelek have excited about eating kale? Because Geshe Gelek don't see the benefit. So there's reason, but yeah. So why certain people do certain things? Why certain people does not do certain things? Because certain people see some certain benefit. Certain people don't see any benefit. So that's why, first most important thing is to any things you have to see benefit. What is the benefit? What is the temporary benefit? What's the ultimate benefit? So therefore, the Tibetan way of writing a book, first, in the very beginning, you have to write the benefit. That's the very beginning, right after the homage, what they are going to see, they are going to read homage in the first few lines. You have to explain what is the main subject of this book is going to be, what is the benefit of reading this book, temporary ultimate benefit. So what is the then relationship between the subject and the benefit, temporary benefit, ultimate benefit? So then people say, oh, maybe this book looks worth to read. There's a benefit. So there's a typical way of writing in Tibetan traditions. Not Tibetan traditions, like probably comes from Nalendra traditions, from Indian Nalendra traditions. It's called Goso Chushi, reason, subject, benefit, relationship between benefit, subject, reason. You need to tell that very clearly in the beginning of the book. More likely people who read it, because they see some benefit. Similarly, anything that we do in our life, first we need to see benefit. Yeah, so if you don't see the benefit of being vegan, how is a vegan? Why you become vegan? There's no reason to become vegan. If you don't see benefit, it's sounds more like torture. So you have to see benefit. You have to see benefit. Yeah. So see benefit. So then interest. Then there'll be interest. If there's interest, more likely you put some effort. If you put some effort, there will be result based on your effort. There will be result based. There will be result, size of result based on size of effort. So see, so result is the pliancy, physical pliancy, mental pliancy. There's a result of being able to focus on one object, solid. See, I'm not sure how long. It has to begin with single seconds, so then it improve. You begin with something. Can you imagine after 4 months, you can put your mind, you can put your all mental attention into one object, next 4 hours, no problems. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? If you decide to think just waterfall, next 4 hours, that's the only thing you are going to think, nothing else. Can you imagine that? So what experience that's going to be? Only image that you have is waterfall. Without buying a plane ticket, going all the way to Niagara Falls, you can have that experience at your home, at your living room. Save you tons of money too. First one is laziness. Okay, any practice. Why we don't get excited? Why we are not enthusiastic? People, we don't see benefit. So the first and foremost important things to see the benefit. Just every day, maybe try breathe in, breathe out and in. That's how you train to focus. Lot of benefit. So because anyways, that benefit. So there's a lot of benefit. The benefit when it comes down to Vajrayana practice is visualization. Getting your visualizations strong or not strong is very much depend on ability to focus. So so then like when you're able to focus, the first that need to see the benefit of able to keep your all attention into one object. What it does to mind, makes mind relax, make mind relax. So that very mind, which it gets relaxed, then the energy that comes with that mind get balanced. When that energy get balanced, where that energy go? It energy go through the physical body through this 72,000 channels. What it does, it produce physical pliancy, result physical pliancy. So that generate mental pliancy. Eventually there will be some joy along the way. There are some different degrees of joy that you experience. Ultimately, then there's no lot of joy. Physically, always feel very light, physical pliancy. Mentally, always feel calm. Even the sleep, whole sleep becomes very calm. Not nightmare. Sleep will be very calm, very peaceful. There's a lot of benefit. So please focus and read. There's like book explains liberation in palm of your hand. Read, don't read the whole book, just read the common binding sections, and then Lama Tsongkhapa explains quite well. So this is like liberation in the palm of your hand. This Lamrim book is the commentary of Lamrim that's composed by Lama Tsongkhapa, Tibetan master. So Lamrim itself is a little harder to understand, but if you read the liberation palm of your hand, it's easier to understand, So that, just read the Kamabadi sections, then first read the benefit. And please think about that. Wouldn't that be wonderful if I have all this benefit? Wouldn't it be wonderful? Then if you say yes, well, then you should get excited. At least try every day, at least try. You can do, it's not like you cannot do, well, because you are not monk and you are not Geshe, you are not nun. No, everybody can do. You don't have to become monks or nuns or Geshe. You have attentions. Don't say, I can pay attention. That's not true. That's simply not true. If somebody says, I can pay attention, that's not true. Every thought comes with the attentions. Every thought that comes with the 5 omnipresent mental factors, one of them is attention. Every thought comes with the attention. You can't say, I cannot focus. That's not true. That's not true. You could say, I cannot focus very long. That makes sense. Focusing long time, that needs to be practiced. It won't just come automatically. It's practice. Okay. So the everyday try, little bit everyday try, and see how you feel. If you feel something, that feeling can be extended. The time can be extended. Feeling can be increased. If you put more effort. Yeah. Okay. So that's the first problem. The first challenge is like laziness. Then actual laziness will eliminate it by pliancy, physical pliancy, mental pliancy. When you feel bit of that, little bit of that, so that will now get really you to excited, get you keep going, and it will keep your excitement there for a very long period of time. Because now you feel something, then feel nothing. You feel something very good. Haven't felt it before at all. So that will keep you going. So now you want to extend that, It feels great. Not because you're doing something. Okay, so very good. The power of single pointed meditation, power of ability to focus. More like, first read the benefit of that, benefit of keeping all your attention on one single object and read about the benefit. So then laziness, that's the way to overcome from laziness. Okay. Oh. Second one, the second challenge is like forgetting the object. Second challenge, forgetting the object. Forgetting object. Whatever object that you're using, flower, trees, photo of your children and photo of your loved one, and any photo, anything that keeps your mind there. Of course, as a Buddhist, you use Buddha's image, Lama Tsongkhapa, the Buddha's some holy image. Lama Tsongkhapa said that there's multiple benefit. One benefit is like recalling the holy image. That's one benefit. Then that benefit maybe lead you to, when you are practicing some Vajrayana practice, there's a lot of visualization involved. So then it will help you to help for your visualizations. It doesn't mean you can use any object. Okay. So then during the meditation, if you forget your object, so there's another problem. So make sure that you don't forget your object. Means you don't lose your object. Means like elephant, now get out of the object. Now it goes into the kitchen, into the refrigerator, go to the Target, go to Costco. Then you go along with that, now very happily you go along with that. Meanwhile, your body's there. All of a sudden you went to the kitchen, you went to the refrigerator, you went to Target, you came back, then you realize, oh, you're gone. So there's like, there's like that. So there's like losing object or getting mind out of object or completely forgetting object means God get distracted. And that is very, don't get discouraged. So therefore, there's like 9 stages, 9 levels you go through in order to reach shamatha. You go through this 9 level, 9 different trainings. First level, yeah, either you fall asleep, physically, mentally, either you become like this, or like goes to all over the place. There's very common problems. Don't ever think, oh, I'm the only one, very unfortunate, I can't keep, no, this is a very common problem. In the first and the second level, very common problems as being keeping your mind on object is going to be very, very short. Don't expect, oh, it's going to be there 5 minutes, no problem. No, that's not going to happen. It never happened. It never happened to anybody. It never happened to Lama Tsongkhapa. It never happened to Lama Atish. It never happened to anybody. Then you can say, oh, it's not fair. It happened to you, so it's not happening to me. It's not fair. Yeah, it's not fair. But it never happened. Everybody went through that Bambi ride. Everybody, like, you can keep your mind on object like this, rejoice, feel good. If you can keep your mind on object like this, you can keep your mind on object 3 times. First, you keep only 1 time. If you cannot keep, then you cannot keep even 1 second. Logically, it doesn't make sense. If you can keep 1 second, logically, why not 2 seconds? We have no answer. Why not? Why not 2 seconds? 1 second is possible, 2 seconds is possible. What it needs some effort. Some effort. That's all. Some effort. Not just effort, joyful effort. Happy to do, not just do, or we don't have to do. Nobody say you have to do. Nobody say you are free to not to do, free to do. Nobody say if you don't do, your life is going to be like entirely miserable. That's not the case. You could important. Why I say this again, it's important, all of us, including myself, to understand something that you can do within, it says in the text, some text says 6 months, some text says 4 months, some text says there's no time limit. It's all based on individually. It's all based on individual levels. How serious you become. There's no period. Isn't that amazing that you can, something that you can really achieve, that you could keep your mind on one object next 4 hours, no problem. Isn't that sounds wonderful? Isn't that sounds wonderful? What do you think? You can only think one thing, that's all, nothing else. You can just think on only one thing, nothing else. Next 4 hours, not just 1 minute, 4 hours. Eventually, longest you want. Can you imagine that? How like experience of that, how that's going to, how you're going to feel. That is something you can do. It's not something that you cannot do. It's something you can do. So then you think, wow, are you telling me that I can do? Yeah, you can, not me. I'm not telling you. I'm just repeating here. It's been said. Lama Tsongkhapa said, Lama Atisha said, many masters said you could do within 3-4 months. I've been here in the Patagonia now 4 months. that time, that length of time, you could achieve shamatha. So what I achieved nothing, zero. That like time flies. So very important, very important. Can you imagine that something that you could do? So now you get bigger idea. Oh, I could reach enlightenment. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, you could reach enlightenment. Very true. You could liberate. Or that's how too far. I can't think. You could be as mentally, you could be in peace all the time. Very possible. Mentally, you could be in peace all the time. Deep down, always there's peace. That's very possible. So it's not everybody get benefit once we learn how to focus. The goal here, the goal of shamatha is not enlightenment, liberation. Generally speaking, is not the goal. Is not liberation, enlightenment. The goal is just to of course, the temporary goal is to reach physical pliancy, mental pliancy. That's the result. Shamatha meditation. Come on, buddy. So the second challenge. Sorry. So maybe some of you are probably bored. I already went through that. So I think that's important. No? The second challenge is forgetting. There's a in the text, in the root text, Metteyya Buddha text says, it says like forgetting instructions. What it really means, it doesn't mean instruction, it means like object, forgetting object or losing object. So you can start tomorrow, meditate tomorrow. First read the benefit. So now second two problems, so there's like two of them, you count one. Ching means thinking mind. Then I jokingly said last Wednesday, if you have no clue what thinking minds, tomorrow meditate. The thinking mind will welcome you with open arms. So now you are going to face the thinking mind. The beginning, kind of excited. All of a sudden, eye goes like, first eye began like this. Eyes are blinking, start quite rapidly. First we blink 1, 2, 3, then it start to go. Then so then what happens? Then thinking mind. Then you can be sitting on the cushions next 30 minutes by doing this. So I'm not sure in the West how I'm not sure you are not going to sit in the monastery. We have no choice. You have to sit 2 hours. One gathering, you have to sit 2 hours. Nobody can get out. So you have no choice. You have to sit. You can't say, oh, I'm tired. I need to go to get some coffee. No, you can't do that. You have to sit 2 hours straight. So then, like they go backwards, go forwards. So then after a year, then you become expert. Then you don't move at all. What are you doing? Napping. That's all. You are napping. You are not doing anything. You are napping. You become expert how to take nap without moving your head. Sometimes you're awake by your own snore. Then you're awake. Nobody wakes you. So then when your snore wakes you up, then you look around slowly, make sure that nobody notices. Thinking mind. So that's thinking mind. Oh, one problem. Then excitement mind. Suddenly, all of a sudden, you're meditating, then you are carried out by certain thought. Carried by certain thought. So that will happen. How you know? Meditate. Then you see. Meditate. Excitement mind, thinking mind. Challenge number third. Each and every one of us will face challenge number 3. Challenge number 4. So now when that happens, when your mind start to think, start to think, what you need to do, you need to apply antidote. Make sure that your energy will not sink, because all the attention needs to be on object. Make sure that you don't lose the attention. Only way you lose energy is your mind start to get sink. So there will be no attention. So what you can do when mind start to sink, so you can probably put some water in your face and do something to keep yourself fresh, or think about sunlight, bright sunlight, or think about something that kind of keeps you awake. Then as I said, there's like when you become desperate, so there's like forceful method how to overcome from that thinking mind. So I will teach that in the very end. So thinking mind. So then when your mind get excited, what we should do? Tell me something, what we should do if your minds get like, how they translated, Hamula, how they translated thinking mind and excitement mind, how they translated. Wandering mind, how they translated wandering mind. Out of like five folds, the third fold, how they translate in English, how they translate. Yeah, usually I say thinking and excitement. I'm not sure how much that makes sense to you.
They call it, Lama Tsongkhapa, in this book, it calls laxity and excitement. So thinking mind is laxity. Thinking mind is laxity, and excited mind is excitement.
So yeah, whatever you say. So whatever you say, I'm not sure. Like called in Tibetan called goba, chingu, goba, ching. So give me example like excitement mind. Give me example. Did your mind ever get excited when you are meditating? Huh?
So it says, excitement is defined in Asanga's Compendium of Knowledge. Excitement is an unquiet state of mind, considered a derivative of attachment, which pursues pleasant objects and acts as an impediment to meditative serenity.
Yeah. So there's alhamdulillah, like based on experience. When we meditate, did our mind ever get excited? Then of course in the text says that excitement mind is caused by attachment, not caused by anger or ignorance, caused by some form of attachment. So yeah, usually thinking about making offerings, thinking about all the positive things are good things. But when you are doing single point meditation, even thinking all about these good things become obstacles. You should not think, or you should not think about, oh, what are the 6 perfections? You go distracted, even though it's something good to think about. But you don't do that when you're trying to focus. You don't think about, oh, what is how many different instructions you are carried out by. All of a sudden you wonder, what is bodhicitta? How many different ways to cultivate bodhicitta, even though it's something good, then you are distracted. Is that it is obstacle, is not good, it's not good. So even the positive things are not good, like positive things, Or like all of a sudden thinking about like 21 taras, like, what is the color of the tara number 14? How many arms? You get distracted. This mind go too excited. So none of that is not good in this case. Not good in this case. Only things what is the matter is to keep your mind on the object. That's the only thing that matters. Because why? Because you want to move on the next level. First, you don't just want to stay in the first level forever. You want to just move and see how you experience. You just want to move. First level and the second level, this excitement mind and thinking mind is going to be a lot of problems, cause a lot of problems. You may end up thinking, oh, there's so much thought. Not true. Thought is already there. You are not aware. So now you are being aware, and it seems like there are more thought. It's not like there's more thought. There's always thought because you are not aware. So now you are being aware of your awareness. You are being aware of your awareness. You are being aware of your thought. See, so then the first two stages, thinking mind, excitement mind, is very frequent. Able to keep your mind on object is very little, very little, very, very little. But you could keep your mind on the object, but it's going to be very short, very short. So having that knowledge, then you say, oh, that's exactly how it's been explained in the text. It's not surprising. That's already been said. That's going to be the challenge. So I should not give up. That's the, so there's so there's the part of the practice. Okay. So then eventually, when you move first level, second level, third level, fourth level, so there will be less challenge with this, thinking mind, excitement minds. So before it's like this, before it's like bird trying to fly all the time, need to move your wing all the time, move your wing, so they're going like this, going like that. Then eventually you go to the very high, like did you ever see the eagles or vultures that deep in the sky? Don't do this. This go like this. When you go like this, then if you start to do this, so there's a problem. You don't do this because no need it. There's no need it. You don't need to do this. You just flow. So like that. It's as a similar when you're playing guitar. If you're getting the right note, don't just mess up. If you mess up, then you're going to mess up everything. Child looking at the things. They are not very much concerned about the details. They just look. They just look. It just looks like they are kind of fascinated by seeing something. Fascinated by seeing something. They just look, not worry about the details. Like that. Need to be, how to say, So now question you say, oh, how I can do, keeping my mind on the object at the same time checking whether my mind is thinking or not thinking. When you take a walk with your friend in the park, when you take a walk with your friend in the park, you're aware of the path. Same time you're aware that your friend is talking, and the same time you are not like completely looking at your face to friend's face. You can walk, then you'll be tipped or maybe fall down. You have to be simultaneously aware of the path that you're walking in, the simultaneously, I'm not sure it's simultaneous. Same time that you are aware of your friend is talking, you're answering, all of that. So, see. So that's why introspections, you wonder, oh, can I really do that? Keep focus on the object, at the same time, be aware whether my mind is thinking or not thinking. Yeah, that's very possible that we do that when we take a walk. Yeah, people do that while they're driving, texting. Yeah, so that's probably not good things, but people do all the time. But they're not like they're completely taking off their eyes on the road. But they are like being aware of the road at the same time, being aware of what you're doing. Yeah, we do that. It's not like we never done that. We do. So, talking on the phone at the same time, making banana bread or cooking, making omelet, or like making coffee, that happens. But in the text, it says walking with the friends on the road, on the path. Being aware of the path, because that's very important, because you are walking on the path. You have to see. You can't just walk there not looking at the path. It's going to be disaster. So then you're aware of your friends' conversations. You're aware you're responding like that. Same time, meditating. Subtle state of mind is aware whether you're thinking or you get too excited and analyze. Sometimes then you don't need to analyze, then you analyze, that's called over applications. Over applications, that's become the challenge. Number 5. See, challenge number 5 now, you got all of them right, challenge number 5. So don't get discouraged when you face those challenges. Beginning, there's no will. There's no will to do. Why? There's not seeing the benefit. That's why. So every day, just count your breath. Exhale, inhale, 1, exhale, inhale. Each time when you inhale, count. That's 2. In here, don't linger. Exhale, inhale, 3. Exhale, inhale, 4. Exhale, inhale, 5. If you can count 21 times without distractions, some text said you already achieved the first level. If you can count 21 times without distractions. Exhale, inhale, count. Each time when inhale, you count. If you can count 21 times, then you maybe count 108, count 100. See how you feel. Just count 100. You can count, but don't cheat. Don't cheat. If you make a mistake, don't just keep going. If your goal is to count 100, if you make a mistake in the 40, go back to square one. Don't cheat. Go back to square one. But you want to feel. You want to find out how it feels. If you can just keep your focus on your breathing, how that feels. And some people do achieve shamatha based on breathing meditations. Some texts said people do complete 9 stages based on breathing meditations. It's very simple, you can do. It's not like something you cannot do. Then of course your body you need to keep your body very straight when you do breathing meditation, because so if you keep your body straight, so then energy will flow smoothly. That's why all the channels are going to be straight, so the energy will flow through smoothly. That's why, straightforward. So then see, if you can count, breathe, exhale, and of course, meditation, any meditation begin with something positive mindset, not with anger. No, you cannot meditate. If you're angry, you cannot meditate. If you're irritated, you cannot meditate. Your mind needs to be calm. So, hold on. how much time left?
10 minutes.
Yeah, we have only 10 minutes, sorry. So I have all the time, review to all the time. Next Wednesday, we'll move on. So I just want you to understand the challenge, what kind of challenge you are going to face. I don't think that, oh, I'm the only one who have this problem. No. This 5 challenge is going to be common problems for everybody. Or don't ask, how come I can't keep my mind less than second on object? There's common problems. You could move on. You could overcome with that when you continue to meditate every day. Oh. So the goal, so like, oh, so I explained 5 folds and with the antidote for the laziness, I already explained. Seeing benefit, there's one antidote, interest. Seeing benefit generate interest. There's a second antidote. So then that will generate effort. So then will be result, pliancy. These are the antidote for the first challenge, laziness. Laziness will tackle by 4 antidote, interest, seeing benefit, interest, effort, result, pliancy, physical pliancy, mental pliancy. So that's the one take care of the laziness. These are the 4 antidotes for the first fault, which is laziness. So now I introduce you, review, last Wednesday already explained, 5 faults and the antidote for the first fault, the 4 antidotes, and for laziness. So then the second, now, forgetting object. What is the antidote? Mindfulness. Recalling the object, mindfulness. Antidote for the second one. Third, what is the third challenge or fault? Thinking mind and excitement mind. Count 1. Even though there's 2, when you count 5 faults, you can count them 1. Even though there's 2 of them, when you count 5 faults, just like that, you count 2 of them in 1. Thinking mind, excitement minds. What is the antidote? Introspections. It's like small fish. This kind of navigate under the water. The water is like your meditations, and the fish navigating under the water without disturbing the water, without disturbing your meditation. It's like there. It's there. That's called introspections. It's like there, whether your mind is thinking or not thinking, it's just analyzing. It's more like playing like spy role or policeman. That your mind is thinking or not thinking. So that's the antidote for the thinking mind and excitement mind. Number 3rd, out of 5 faults, number 3, antidote will be introspections.
Not applying right effort.
Not applying right effort.
Number 4.
Number 5.
Over applying.
Yeah, so number 4, as I said, when the introspection find out that your mind is kind of like time to wake up, don't continue. If you continue, monastery, there are some monks. We have monks have a lot of prayer. They put it on the table, stack of prayers. Kind of weather is kind of hot, so then you, of course, some of the prayer you remember by heart. Some of the prayer you have to look, and you kind of got like very sluggish because it's hot. There's no AC, there's no fan, and you kind of got then kind of slowly you are taken over by thinking mind. So then all of a sudden you put your forehead on the table like this, and there's prayer, bunch of prayer on the table. Then you kind of like go like this, because there's sweat, because the weather is kind of hot. So then you go like this, you can sit there long period of time. You wake up, then you wake up with the one piece. You wake up with one piece of your like prayer. So then now you wonder that somebody took your prayer, your piece of your prayer. You wonder that somebody teased you or took up one of your prayer, not knowing it's like here. So that's what's going to happen. So that's exactly, so that's like not applying antidote. The result, piece of your prayer, instead of shamatha, you go your piece of your prayer books on your forehead instead of shamatha. See, so that's like
Not applying right now.
not applying antidote. So then there's the fourth antidote. Fifth, now you don't need antidote. You don't need antidote. You are doing very good. Your mind is not thinking. Your not mind getting excited. Then you are overchecking. So there's problems, So like, as I said, now you are kind of like, what do you call? What do you call this when the eagles now don't go like this? You're flowing. Then you go like this. There's like overdoing. You don't need to do. It's not needed. It's just wasting your energy. Oh, so these are now 5-fold 8 antidotes explained by Metteyya Buddha. One of his texts called Ornament of Mind or Discourse, Metteyya Buddha explains that kind of prepare you, this kind of instructions, studying 5-fold 8 antidotes kind of prepare you for meditation for, kind of like prepare you for 9 stages of karma abiding. So now when you trying the first stages, then oh, this was explained by Metteyya Buddha. This is not something unusual. That's what's going to happen. So now you're aware. Otherwise, you maybe think you are the only one. So that's why having a knowledge, power of knowledge, you accomplish first level, first stages. Then power of contemplations, then you finish the second stages. So then power of mindfulness, then you finish next 5 stages all the way to 7th level. You finish with the power of mindfulness. 7. Then 8, power of
Perseverance.
Yeah, so anyway, there's 6 powers. So first power of knowledge, that's how you accomplish, that's how you finish first level. What is the power of knowledge? Now you already have knowledge. 5 folds, 8 antidotes, these are the power of knowledge. That's how you finish first level, okay? So please, if you are interested, then including myself, we should put some effort. Some effort. If you really want to enjoy calm mind, peaceful mind, if you truly want to enjoy calm mind, peaceful mind, so that you need to train yourself how to focus on one object rather than thinking 100 different things all the time. Your mind is not going to be calm. How your mind is going to get calm? It's impossible. Mind is thinking too many things at the same time, too many things. That's not how your mind get calm. Your only mind get only calm if you can think one thing, place all your attention there. That's the way to keep your mind calm. See, that's the only way. How long you can keep your mind depend on how long you can keep your mind on one object. Is there something that I could learn? Yeah, you could learn very well. You could learn. You could train. Will this going to be like instant coffee? No, sorry, it's not going to be instant coffee. It requires some effort. It's not going to be there needs to be some effort. That effort can be joyful one. That we have to put effort. If you really, really, truly, seriously want to enjoy calm mind, thinking about long period of time, how I can make my mind calm. This is the one technique that is suggested. There's one technique that you could practice. Keep your mind calm. When your mind is calm, your judgment is going to be much, much better. You see things clearly, almost then you feel like you can almost feel like you can count every atom in this pillar that you're seeing. You feel like you can count every atom in that pillar. That's how clearly you see it right now. When you felt that you can count almost every atom in your glass. Because focus is weak. Focus is weak. So, all my friends, please try. So every day you can try here, a little bit here, a little bit there, and see how you feel. How you feel. So then you start to enjoy true calm mind. Calm mind. So then there'll be ripple or impact or other people when they see all this chaos. You are so calm. How come? Yeah, you learn. Long time ago, I learned how to keep my mind on one object, long period of time. I put a lot of effort. I learned. That's why now I'm enjoying calm mind. I don't go out of my mind. If everyone else is going out of their mind, I don't go because I know how to keep my mind very calm. So I put a lot of effort. I learned. It's not automatic. I just not given by somebody else. It's a Christmas gift, but I learned. So if I could give, so I probably. Sorry, I have nothing to give. If Lama Tsongkhapa could give, so already given to all of us. Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying. So that's all we can do. So I'm asking you the same thing. Try. I'm trying. So, and most of the time, so I'm going like this. But sometimes I'm kind of fully awake. Then I feel good after the meeting. I feel good. There's yeah. So that's all we can try. We can all try. Okay. Oh yeah. So today, see you next Wednesday. If you have any other questions, so then we can discuss. Other than that, so and hopefully hear good news next Wednesday. Somebody achieve Kamabadi. Next Wednesday, please tell someone I already achieved Kamabadi. Okay. Tom, good night. Mark, good night. David, good night. Susie, Alexandra, Sandra, Alex, David, Helen, good night. Jill, good night. Kim, good night. Mary, good night. Elise, Katrina, Sean, have a wonderful night. And enlighten tomorrow morning, please enlighten tomorrow morning. So Peter is only enlightened here, not Peter.
Thank you, Geshe.
Neil Wong, so good night. Julie, good night. Alisa Walker, good night. Amula, good night. Joanna and Patty, good night. Laura, good night. Panditji, Patti, good night. Panditji, share all your realization collected by last 4 months. Karen, good night. Amula, good night. So do dedication. Yeah, Julie, good night.
Janchu Sancho, Make Panam Ke Kyuchi, Kewanyam Pame Payang, Gone Gondu Kawa Sho. Jampa Power Jita Kudu Sampo Deyande Shinte, Deda Kunji Dadochi, Kewa Dida Tancherap Tungo. Tusu shepe gewe Nawa ganla chotunga pade Dagi gewe Chuturap tunga warki Dagi shine sape gewa Nando wakula pandang Kepsun la zanda pai Pepeni Indu sel jesho Kandida we korwe shinkam dir Endante wa malu jungwene Jene si kwanten singyat Rape si te padu tengyu chi Jonu iya nalang wang shotu Awat Osang yawe titone kelsho Jasin lama soate Tupsu janjin jawe Dancing cure bewe Kunzu do pose Choksu wele du Pado Kovale du tare ma tutare Numa yuna chak se Om tare tu tare tare tu re so ha Om 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 tare tu re so ha.
Oh yeah, thank you, Tamala. Thank you very much. Thank you, Donasi. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night. And
Thank you,
see
Geshe.
you next Wednesday.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe.